What is up, guys? Over the last couple of weeks, it has been really difficult because work for me has obviously taken priority over a lot of things because we need money, right? Bills aren't going to pay themselves. So I had to get in here and do workouts at odd times, and it is not easy, guys. But one thing that I can say is that going through everything that I got going on right now, I would say the biggest thing that I try to do, whether it be food, workout, intensity, all that stuff that I talk about with how important it is, I would say the biggest thing that I try to focus on, no matter what I got going on, is just the consistency of just working out. It doesn't have to be crazy. You don't have to be coming in here like pushing like a freaking psycho or anything like that. You just need to show up and you need to hit the play button depending on what workout it is that you're doing. You just need to keep showing up, stay consistent with what you got going on, whatever that program is. So put in the time. And whether it feels like you are doing anything or not, you're doing something by getting in the gym. Even if you came in the gym and you poked around at the weights a little bit, not recommended. Obviously do your workout, but when you just get in that habit and that routine of just getting in your space where you would work out, even if it's just to get away a little bit, it's okay.
Let me tell him one time, I've been on the grind, this my prime. Let me tell him one time, I've been on the grind, and this my prime. Yeah, I'm sorry for the wait, didn't think I'd come up, y'all just need a little faith. I've been patient, just waiting on the river with an ace.
I give myself a block of time, right? It's important that when I come down here, if I have a lot going on, that I stay within that block of time, because if you don't, that's when it really becomes an issue. And that's when people probably stop working out altogether. So that's why I think it's really important that you stick to your routine, put in the time, whether you're working out fully or not, and getting through the entire workout. And when I say, again, I want to stress this, getting through the workout, I'm talking about just putting in the time. So if your workout's 30 minutes, be in the gym for 30 minutes. And like I said, did I do the whole workout? Meaning, did I stay caught up with what they had going on the TV? Did I do all the moves that they did? And some days, no, I didn't. But I looked at, say if it's 1:30, I gotta be done at 2 o'clock no matter what, because that's my block time. So regardless of what I get done during that workout time, I have to turn it off at 2 o'clock because I have to do what I need to do outside of the gym. When it comes to getting in your workouts, try to keep that all in mind. If you have things going on and it's really important that you get done at a certain time, and if you have a lot going on, stick to that block time. If you just stay consistent and you stay true to that block of time, it will be like second nature to get it done no matter what you got going on. Like, you're just gonna do it. It's like you just mindlessly come in the gym and you just know you need to do it. You don't think about whether or not you're gonna do it or not, because you're just gonna do it anyways. You just gotta like mindlessly get in the gym and just consider it be part of your day, just like brushing your teeth, taking a shower, all that stuff. Now, when life gets a little chilled out and maybe I can pause the program like I typically do, then yeah, it's fine if things settle down. Like, it's not that big of a deal. But the last thing you want is to have the gym time to be an inconvenience when you have really important things going on. Say, that's why I'm talking about this. Like right now, what I have going on, we're purchasing a vehicle, which seems like it should be an easy task, but holy crap, it's not. And it's been an absolute freaking nightmare the last couple of weeks. I don't know if you guys can relate with this, but man, when it comes to purchasing a vehicle, you got, okay, what make and model, right? And then you got what trim level, and then it's like, how many miles do you get? And then the higher the miles you get, the more risk it is. And then not only do you have risk of the vehicle not failing or whatever, because somebody didn't do the maintenance, now you got to look at like the dealership and look at the reviews and ask yourself, will they take care of me? And then you think you found a vehicle, and then you go in the reviews, and then you look at a really bad review, and then you're like, I don't know if I can go here. That's crap. I can't believe they did that to this person. You know what I mean? And then it's boom, now you're back to the drawing board. And that's what kept happening with us. It was terrible. When it comes to all this, guys, things are gonna come up. The worst thing you can do is get in that headspace to where you feel like just like a freaking failure because I missed yesterday's workout. Now I missed today's workout. Whatever. I might as well just say screw it. Just start next week. Whatever. You can't do that. It's important to stay consistent, yes, like I always preach and like I talked about earlier on in this video, but you got to understand that things will happen. You will miss workouts because of XYZ. Life shit happens, but you also just need to learn how to like just let it roll off your back and then just jump back in it the next day. And don't not jump back in it because you missed the last 2 days and just start getting that habit of just being like, I missed the last 2 days, so I don't know. I might as well just screw it for this week and just start next week when all this shit's done. You know what I mean? You can't do that. You gotta, if you have a bad day, that's that day. So if it's Tuesday or whatever day it is, you need to treat that day separately from the next day. Don't ball it up and just say, I skipped yesterday, now I'm skipping today because I got this going on. Now I might as well just start next week. Or this week's shot in the ass. I might as well just not work out this week and then I'll just start next week. If you keep doing that, you're never gonna get anywhere. So you gotta remember, if you're working out more days than you miss each week, you will get ahead. You're getting ahead. So if you're missing like 4 out of the 7 days, that's pretty crappy. Yeah, that would suck. But for the most part, if you stay consistent and you work out most of the workouts that week, you will absolutely take a step forward. So you got to review what you did every single week and understand that maybe I didn't get all my workouts in, but did I actually work out more days than not? If you worked out 4 out of the 7 days, that's a win. If you worked out even 3 out of the 7 days, that's a win because typically you only work out like 6 days a week, right? Maybe 5. So that's a win. You got to just try not to get in that headspace or that habit of just being like, I missed this workout and now I missed this workout, so I'm not going to work out today. And then, or now I'm not going to work out until the next week because I just suck this week. You don't want to do that. So it's important to just try to just let it roll off your back if you missed a workout and just jump in it the next day. That's it. That's it. You just got to do it. You got to do it. And you can't think about what happened yesterday. Yeah, it sucked that you missed a workout, but that was yesterday. Today is today. Get the workout done and stop trying to find excuses to just wait until next week. You don't want to do that. So that's what I got to say about that. And the reason why I'm talking about this is because that's what I got going on right now. I'm dealing with buying a car and there's a few workouts that I had to skip because I had to go and meet the guy at the dealership right after work because they close or maybe somebody else is looking at it and I got to be quick. Whatever. And it's just part of it. But do you beat yourself up? Do you not work out the next day because you missed the last 2 days? Hell no. You got to get in there and you got to get it done when you can get it done, period. So don't use you skipping the last 2 days as an excuse to not work out the rest of the week and keep starting Monday. I'm not going to work out, so I'll start Monday. See, this stuff that I'm talking about right now, guys, is honestly like why people, I think, can't get results. Why I couldn't get results when I first started. It's a thing. Like, obviously, food's a big part. Working out is obviously a big part. Are you doing workouts? Like, all that stuff is important, sure. But I think the biggest struggle is the stuff that I'm talking about right now. It's that motivation that, you know, hey, I didn't do this. So you beat yourself up and then you just start over again and you keep starting over and keep starting over. That's why people can't get results. If you just get in a mindset to where, like I said at the beginning, I'm going to work out. I'm not going to think about working out or not. I'm going to work out. But also, if you can't work out, let it roll off your back. You're going to have bad days to where you just can't. Maybe not a bad day, but you're going to have days that you just literally physically cannot get in the gym, and that's okay. Treat that day separately from the next day. Don't ball it up and, like I said, be like, I missed the last 2 days, so I'm not going to work out the rest of the week. What? Can't do that. You got to just come in the gym the next day and let the previous days roll off your back. Yep, you skipped the workouts, but today's another day, and you just get in the gym. Stop starting over on Monday or next month or whatever. Just get in the damn gym and just get it done. But that was my struggle. The next struggle that I'm about to undergo is going through our next transfer. Is there going to be things that are going to come up and things that maybe will keep me from getting in the gym some days? Yep, probably. Do I have goals of where I want to go? And is it possible that this could prolong things? Yeah, probably. But if you go into whatever goal you have set to yourself, knowing that you're going to have things come up and you're going to miss workouts, just accept it and just know that if I skip 3 days of this week, I'm still working out the rest of the workouts. Like, I'm not gonna just not work out at all and then start the next week. I'm not gonna keep doing that. You know what I mean? So go into it knowing that shit will happen. Whatever it is you got going on, whatever goal it is that you're shooting for, just make sure you understand that going into it, because then that way it won't hit you so hard when it does happen. Oh crap. And then that's when people start over the next week and the next week. And they keep doing that and they stay in that vicious cycle. Like I said, we got the IVF transfer coming up this next week, which is exciting. Wish me luck, wish us luck. It's gonna be rough probably because it's a waiting game. She's gotta do the implantation and then we gotta wait like another week to hear back whether or not it's stuck and then to see if she got pregnant. And hopefully, yeah, we get a positive. That would be amazing. And then once this all settles down, the dust settles, it'll be so amazing to finally move on from all this infertility stuff, because we've been going through this, man, a long time, like 7 years. So it'll be amazing once we can put this behind us and just focus on the family we got. And then just for financial reasons too, we're not moving right now because we don't know what upcoming bills we got coming, you know what I mean? So it's like we need to make sure that we are absolutely prepared for what bills are about to head our way when it comes to just doctor bills and whatever else. So yeah, that's what I got going on. So I'm going into the next couple of weeks knowing that, hey, shit's probably gonna happen. It's possible that I might skip a workout or 2 or 3, who knows? But I will get in the gym when I can get in the gym. I'm not just gonna not work out a whole week just because I skipped 2 or 3 workouts. Yeah, so that's just not gonna happen. But on the days that I think we all know that we can work out, if you can work out and you decide not to work out, come on, man, you can't be doing that. So you just gotta get in the gym, don't give yourself the option, and just do it. That's it. So I'm gonna end on that note. That's what I wanted this video to be about. I just wanna let you guys know, hey, consistency is key. We all know that, but there's more to it. That's why I wanted to go in depth a little bit on that, is because it's so important. You hear all the time, people are like, oh, consistency is key. But you never really talk about like the background, of it and how hard it actually is to stay consistent and the things that go through our heads when we try to decide whether or not we should work out. Because let's face it, a lot of times you have a bad day, you maybe feel a little soreness or whatever. So you're like, ooh, I better not work out because I'm sore. Can't be doing that. You know what I mean? If you keep missing workouts because you're too sore, you're never going to get to your goal. I talked about that in my last video a little bit, but I'm going to keep saying it because it's true. You can't keep using these excuses to not work out. So you got to be smart about it. Obviously, if it's an injury, know the difference between soreness and an injury, but you can't just keep missing workouts because you're too sore, right? Just like you can't keep missing workouts because you had a bad day. When things don't go your way, you can't just keep using whatever it is to not work out. You just got to work out, man. That's all there is to it. Consistency. You got to stop giving yourself an out and trying to find things as reasons to not work out, because we all do it. We're all guilty. Come on. We are. It's all good. It's human nature, but that's why I'm trying to have these videos out there for you guys to pretty much show you that, hey, you're not alone. And I'm struggling over here. Is it hard to get to the gym? Fuck yes. But I will get to my goal. I get to my goal every time eventually. Sometimes it takes a little longer because of this stuff. I got the IVF thing going on that's coming up, and then I had the car thing that happened the last couple of weeks. So yeah, is it delaying things? Yep. But am I gonna get to my goal? Hell yes, I am. So that's why I wanna create these videos, because I want these past videos to be here as proof to show you guys that, hey, I'm not just crazy, huge, and shredded. It wasn't easy to get here. I wasn't always this way. So be sure, if you are watching this video right now, be sure to see where I'm at right now. So maybe 3-4 months from now, you can watch this and be like, yeah, he struggled and he got to his goal. That's cool. So I hope you guys get that benefit to where you can watch these videos back 4 months later and see the struggles that I went through to get to where I'm going to be, or maybe where I am right now. It's gonna be interesting to see where I'm gonna be in, I don't know, I would say 4 or 5 months from now, because I do have really big goals set for myself. I had mentioned about possibly doing another competition. We'll see. Not sure what I'm gonna do about that, but you never know. I got really big goals for myself. Like I said, I wanna be right down in the single digits. I wanna really gain some size and surpass where I've been in the past. Pretty intimidating looking back to see where I was and to know that I'm gonna try to outdo that. It's gonna happen. I have more motivation now than ever. I got my son. I got hopefully another kid on the way. What more motivation do you need? I didn't have that before, and I got the results I got. So imagine what I can do now with that sort of motivation, because I think you guys can all relate with having kids. They are almost like your main motivation. You want to be healthy. You want to be the best version of yourself. So yeah, good stuff to come, you guys. So stay tuned and keep following along with these videos. I'm excited to share with you guys all this good stuff, the actual real stuff on how I get to my goal. Workouts is one thing, but the stuff that I talked about is on a whole nother level. And I think that these are the things that people should actually be really thinking about versus just what workout, what food I should eat, and all that stuff. I think this stuff is actually even more important. So continue to follow along, stay you, and we'll talk to you later. Peace, guys.